The Galaxy A52 and A72 are going to be announced any moment from now. In today's video, I'm here to share with you what to expect for both devices, a little bit of a differentiation between these two devices, and also my recommendations on which one you should go for based on maybe a couple of reasons and a couple of expectations I was hoping to see which were not on there. Stay tuned to the end of the video to know which device I would recommend for you and many more. I'm Delpy. This is Bytes Unlocked. The Galaxy A52 is more of a new variant for the A50 line because we've had the A50, A51, and now we're going to have the A52. Same applies for the A72. And I must say, ever since the beginning of these budget lineups from Samsung, the A70 lineup and the A50 has almost been like the flagship version of these budget lineup, even though there is an A80 series. But this year, they made some minimal changes, I would say subliminal changes, based on a couple of features and specifications that have finally been confirmed on these two devices. So let's just start off with the specifications for both devices. Beginning with the A52 is going to come in two variants, which is the 4G variant and the 5G variant. Now, with the 5G variant or the 4G variant, the specs are almost the same, with a couple of minor tweaks or changes based on the storage and the RAM variant. Now, reportedly, Samsung Galaxy A52 specs will include the 6.47-inch Super AMOLED display, and it's going to come in with the 750G processor from Snapdragon with 6GB or 8GB of RAM and 5G support. Also note that there is going to be one with a 4G support. Now, there should be a quad camera setup with a 64-megapixel main camera sensor at the back, and the phone will run Android 11 right out of the box, and the price is pegged at $500. I'll hit more on the prices for you guys. That's $500 is not what the price is. That's actually a raw converted figure. We'll do more on the price as the video goes on. Now, storage wise, the device is going to come in with a 128GB of internal storage as the baseline, and just that storage variant. You're not going to get 256 or higher, nothing more, nothing less. With the battery capacity, you have 4500 milliampere. And yes, I've spoken about all of this already, but I need to do this to compare with the A72 so you know which is best for you based on your preferences or the preferences you look out when you're getting a device. And like I said, it's going to run on Android 11 out of the box and One UI 3.0. Quite a very interesting skin or theme on there from Samsung. Now, the A72 is coming in with a 6.7-inch 1080p panel with Super AMOLED display, rumored to have a 120Hz refresh rate or 90Hz refresh rate. And more about this is that it's coming in with a 64-megapixel quad camera setup at the back and a 32-megapixel front-facing camera. It has 8GB of RAM and 128GB of internal storage with a maximum storage capacity of 256. Now, the interesting fact is you can actually add external storage or expandable storage of up to 512 gigs. Yep, 512 gigs is quite huge. Also, it will be running Android 11 and One UI 3.0 right out of the box. The con is that it just has a thick body, which might look a bit bigger for people with smaller palms, since it's 6.7-inch, very wide, very tall. And so if you're somebody who doesn't look at getting taller devices, I believe the A52 will be much better. It's also going to be 5G ready, which means there will be a 5G variant and a 4G variant. So you should expect that from the announcement on the 17th or 18th of March, probably somewhere within this week. Now that we are done with the technical parts, let's hit on the prices. The Galaxy A52 4G variant price is going to come in at $365 for the 6GB RAM and 128GB of internal storage, and $385 for the 8GB of RAM and 128GB of internal storage. Like I said earlier, the only storage variant you're getting is 128 gigs, nothing more, nothing less. Moving on, we have the Galaxy A52 5G price, which is going to be capped at $495 for the 6GB variant and 128GB variant. I believe the 5G has an effect on the cost as well. For the Galaxy A72 4G, you're going to get the $480 price, which would go for the 8GB and 128GB of internal storage variant, and $520 for the 8GB and 256GB internal storage variant. Now, with these two devices, one of the basic difference you could spot is the display size. and probably the refresh rates, because the Galaxy A52 is capped at 90 Hz, whereas the A72 is capped at 120 Hz. Now, honestly, there is not much difference between these refresh rates, so going for either of them could be cool. Now, who knows, maybe on the launch events, they could both go for 120 Hz, or even both of them could handle 90 Hz. So that is not really that much of a deal. So to me, I believe that if you get the A52, it's going to be much more better since it's more compact and not really stressful. You don't need the hand gymnastics thing going on your hand, in your hand for the Galaxy A52. That is it for the video. Let's just stay tuned for the launch event, which is probably on the 17th of March, a couple of days from now. I believe this video will go live before the event. And I'm Delpy, and I hope to catch you in another one. More of these videos will be coming up very soon on the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.